Check out this clip from the latest pre-patch podcast.
Meta is launching their new VR subscription for the Meta Quest.
Yeah.
Or no, it's called Meta
got
Quest Plus.
Meta Quest Plus. Yeah, they're basically releasing their version of, like, I guess you could say Xbox Game Pass. So I wouldn't say that it's like Xbox. I would say it's more like I don't know. I've never I've
It's like
does
Netflix, but for
PlayStation.
games, right?
Yeah, does PlayStation the PlayStation like moves their selections every month, right? Like they change out their selections on their subscription,
they push
right?
stuff out, push stuff in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's more like the PlayStation one. So essentially, you're going to be able to pay $79.99 per month or $59.99 annually. They say that $59.99 a year, $79.99 per month.
No,
Or
$7.99.
$7.99 per month.
Okay.
Well, that's the most expensive
I
fucking
was about to say,
subscription
that is
service.
the worst deal for an already $600 headset.
$7.99 per month, $59.99 annually for a year. So, and during that, they essentially said that, like, the subscription will give you 2 titles a month, 2 of the top titles from the MetaQuest services a month, and each month they will be swapped out for the next month's top picks, essentially.
Now, do you own those, or are they?
I don't think so.
they're-
No,
they're
it's like PlayStation, so you can just it for that month you have the ability to play that game without purchasing it. So Zuckerberg confirmed that MetaQuest Plus on Monday would be available for a Quest 2 Pro. There will also be a Quest 3 support when the headset launches this fall. And yeah, I thought it was kind of a good deal, honestly, considering the fact that a lot of the Quest games, and I have a Quest, I'm looking at it right now. It's collecting dust because I don't ever fucking play it. A lot of the Quest games and this is one of my biggest complaints for VR in general, is that, like, VR games are expensive as shit for what you get, right? Most of them are like $30, some of them are even more, and you get like a couple of hours of gameplay and that's it, right? I've always thought that, like, there needs to be some way that I can play these games and not have to spend so much money on them and find out their shit, right?
This is a good way to do that. Yeah.
This is a good way to do it.
If you look at the bottom of that article, it does say that it is it is 2 games a month, but you get to keep them as long as you keep the subscription.
Oh, nice.
So it's like Games with Gold. Just like if you stop
Yeah.
paying for Games with Gold, your access to your Games with Gold is gone unless you have Game Pass Ultimate now. But
that's actually really dope. That makes this even better. And
that is also similar to what PlayStation does, because they do weekly or monthly free games as well that you
that's
can
dope.
keep.
I like that. That actually makes that $79.99. I mean $7.99.
Yeah.
I do wish
makes it worth it.
They would offer.
To keep it quiet. Sony might ever hear you and up the price of retail games
They're
again.
They're gonna boost it. Yeah.
I do wish that they would offer a similar to what Game Pass does, where you get a discount on the game for being a member. I don't know if Sony does that as well. But you get for being part of the Plus,
you get like a 20% or something.
Yeah, it's like 10 or 15% discount off of the price of the game on top of that for doing it. But I mean, look, anything I want VR to take off. Like, I want
to be the year for it.
You know,
to be
now. You think?
I don't
know
about that.
I think PSVR 2 and MetaQuest 3 have a good potential to do it, and if anything, Apple showing their interest in the space even a little bit is a positive sign that's going to get it out into the mainstream a bit more. Even if Apple's headset
$3,500
ridiculous, they would be the ones with the $79.99 subscription service.
To be completely honest, I don't mean to interrupt these things. I know you were about to say something, but to be completely honest, I watched a review of the Apple headset, right? And like, I'm not saying it's worth $3,500, okay? But I am saying it's in a pretty impressive headset for what you get in it, right? Like the AR inside of it is like top notch. From what I understand, like the gestures and how you control things is just like fluid. It's just
I mean, Apple literally
it's almost to the point that, from what I was understanding, it's almost to the point of like telekinesis. Like, you literally, it feels like you're moving things with your mind. and the fact that it hooks up with the Apple ecosystem, I think is what they call it,
it's their
where
ecosystem.
it's like,
And
yeah,
that's just it with Apple. If you ever think about it, they're a hardware company. They just happen to have an OS.
yeah,
So
yeah.
of course their
No,
headset's going to
100%.
be top notch. You
Yep.
know.
So I think the biggest one though for me was, again, the fact that it connects with that ecosystem. From what I was watching of it, like the dude literally had it connect to his laptop, and he pulled up his laptop and had like 4 screens, and he was able to use the headset with 4 screens off of the laptop.
You could do that with the Quest. It's
Yeah,
a
you
virtual
can.
desktop.
It's not as fluid. I've tried it. It's a little
Yeah.
glitchy. It's a little buggy. It doesn't work half the time. But yeah, 100% you can do it.
We'll see what they do with the gaming space, because Apple's never been good on the gaming space of things. So
I don't
Yeah,
think they
I
get
don't I don't
if
think it's
that's
going to
even
be
on
a
the
gaming thing.
radar.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a
Yeah,
gaming
I
thing,
think-
especially $3,500.
I think it will. It will, but it's not gonna like. It'll just be whatever you play in the app store. You
Mobile
want to play.
games.
Yeah, you want to play Fruit Ninja, fucking
So,
700,
yeah.
like that. The screen of like
You
the
mean
size
I
of
could play
space.
this light in AR?
Yeah. Look,
If they
I'm
can
buying
find a
one.
way to containerize them, then it shouldn't be a problem. At
Really?
that point, you can put it on any platform. So if you can slap a game into a very weak container and like kind of like Docker, you can play it anywhere.
For
It's
sure.
like its
Mobile
own scaled
mobile
down
games
virtual
are the
machine.
most successful like fucking gaming platform. Period. Most money making. So why would you not put it in an AR point? Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm all
You're
in.
gonna
Absolutely.
you're gonna get one. Son?
I'm set for the pre-order. I just wait. I want to see like Apple
Really?
doesn't-
coming in whenever your Cybertruck comes in.
I canceled my Cybertruck because I'm picking up my Tesla Plaid, but
He's
yes.
using that $100 that he spent on the Cybertruck to go towards the $3,500 for the Apple headset.
I look, man. I was in the cellular industry for a long time. I watched Apple as they continue to dominate the market. What I'm not an Apple, like I use a Samsung device and a Google device. But what I'll tell you is like Apple, they don't when they do something, they do it. Like and
No, for
they,
sure.
and it is done well. So
I'm
you
the
know.
exact opposite as you. Like I was always like a Samsung or an Android user. I switched over recently, I think at the start of this year, to an Apple product, and I've been very impressed with like how the actual Apple feels. I've used Apple products in the past. I learned a lot of my like HTML, CSS, everything like that on Apple products in college, and I loved them. But I can't get away from my PC. Like I just
No, I'm never gonna
I
go to a
can't do
Mac,
that.
but I just
my
like-
brother, and you're probably listening, Zombie. You're probably listening to this. You're such a poser, man. I love you, but
Jesus Christ.
he is, man. He got the Apple product, and then all of a sudden he's just like grabbing Apple products left and right. I love you, bro. I do.
But no, I think
But
they're
you're
gonna
an
do
Apple
well.
whore.
I'm excited for it, and I think that honestly is going to help push the VR forward. I don't think PlayStation's going to do it. Their sales have started to fall off on the VR2, which is normal. They need something to push it. They sold 600,000 units within the first 6 weeks. It's fallen off so far. They need something to repush it. Microsoft's not getting into this space yet. We have Meta doing Meta things. HTC and Valve will still continue to do their things, but I think we need something like Apple to really push this forward.
One day ago news, PlayStation VR2 will eventually be compatible with PC, claims Windows drivers creators.
Yeah,
But
I mean
that
we
needs
knew
to
that was
happen.
going to be the
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, but it's nice to hear it directly
yeah,
from.
for sure.
That needs to happen. But I want
really
I want VR to move forward. It needs to move forward. Like we need
does.
to get into that space. So
Hey, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Patch Notes. Don't forget, you can catch our cast live every Thursday night at 10:30 Eastern Standard, right here on YouTube and Twitch.tv. You can also find us at anchor.fm/prepatch podcast, as well as the many other podcast platforms. Better be there.